live stream stays live while I'm driving out of the neighborhood here. Nobody wanted to go with me today. That's no problem. I wouldn't want to go with me either. For a few people to show up here, I updated the app on YouTube, and I went to get on the app this morning, and just now, and there was no button to click go live, and I was like, oh geez, did I get booted? But no, just turns out the app is a little bit different user interface now, and I'm live. All right, so a little bit over a week ago, I did this TikTok challenge, and I thought I'm trying to find a way to market and try to just pay my bills through this pandemic, and sales in my store have been down over 50% from what they normally are. And I thought, okay, well, let's just clear out the inventory. If I have to go live in my truck, I can't fit all those hats in my truck. All those eBay items, 12,000 items. So let's just clear them out. If I can get a couple bucks a piece, $2-3 a piece, times that many, I mean, you can do the math, be able to catch up a little bit, maybe try something new. And it, what was that sound on The Price is Right when you didn't win? Burr, 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 burr. So there's still like 11,000 something items in the store. I think I packed up around 300 or so items. They're all in the back of my truck. And I just said, hey, yeah, everybody on TikTok, wouldn't you want to see somebody drop off 12,000 items at the post office all at one time, one day, everything 75% off? Let's do this. Let's make a TikTok video. And oh, we got a funeral procession. Check this out, funeral procession. Right as I get to the intersection. Funeral escort. There's the hearse. Man, those are some amazing odds that right as I get to the intersection, there's a funeral procession that meets me at the intersection. Who was it that said no coincidences? I don't know. Wow. I wonder if a car fell on that person while they were working on it, and they labeled them COVID. Yeah, you guys hear that? I can't turn right on this red light. There's a big sign right here that says no right on red. Let's see, here we got the concrete truck. Maybe that's one of Hillary Clinton's Cimex trucks. So anyway, I just trying to drum up some business, keep a roof over my head, do this TikTok challenge, try to sell all the inventory in my shop, and didn't fill up the trailer full of boxes. Not going to be as grandiose as it was supposed to be, but I have spent the last like 6-7 days just packing up item after item after item. Somebody bought like 200 hats from me, and since they were buying so many, I gave them a real good deal, like a couple bucks a piece. Hey, there's Avondale PD. Hey guys, riding around with a mask on, look like they're about to go rob a bank. Imagine that. A peace officer that's supposed to put their life on the line to protect other people, riding around in their car by themselves wearing a mask. Oh boy. Still living in the twilight zone. So there's two ways this will go when I go to the post office. Like I said, I'm gonna film this. How am I gonna do a TikTok video if I'm doing this live on YouTube? Well, that's kind of a conundrum. Guess I didn't think that out. Maybe I'll just have to use some clips from this video and edit it. So, oh, by the way, the title of this live stream is just a joke. I'm not going postal. You've heard the term before, going postal. There's a reason that happens. There's a reason that happens. So, I'm not doing that. Going to peacefully observe my constitutional rights and conduct business in a normal manner. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to see other people be allowed to do. Right now, they've got their boot on your neck, pushing down. You will not get ahead. You will not succeed. You will be too busy to research and wake up. And that's what we're all fighting through right now. So if you guys just got here, if you're logging in a little bit late, I don't know if you noticed, or you probably didn't get to see the funeral procession that right as I got to the intersection, all the lights start firing up, their sirens are going off. Then the hearse goes right in front of me. Oh, here goes Avondale PD pulling out of the station. Right as I turn onto Western. And here comes the fire department. Can't make this up, people. Oh, they turned. All right, so they just happened to get a call and go code 3 down this street here. Is there even a fire department right here? There isn't even a fire department down that road. Welcome to the Truman Show. Welcome to the Truman Show, everybody. So a couple years ago, when I would say something like that, people would be like, what are you talking about? And now, when you see all the non-stop theater on a mass level, people that are targeted individuals that have been beta tested on for this whole scenario used against the public know exactly what I'm talking about. But the people that are just starting to experience it, starting to realize that we've been put through a bunch of theater scenarios for a long time now. Smith-Mundt Act was revised 2012, and then they started using propaganda against United States citizens, and that propaganda isn't just on the news, in commercials, in music, in social media and advertising. It's on our streets in the United States. And artificial intelligence and algorithms are used for predictive learning to put certain individuals through basically a false reality. I mean, these things are really happening, but they're non-organic. So either the post office is going to be jam-packed, full of people. Oh, we got a lady with a walker and her mask, walking by herself with her mask and her walker here, going across the crosswalk. Alright, so this is either going to be ridiculous or completely uneventful. So, and just before I go in here, I'd let you guys know I'm not trying to be some kind of martyr or something like that, or get myself thrown in jail, or get hurt or anything like that. I want to conduct my business, go home. I have a job starting tomorrow, actually, with a film production crew. A guy that trained at the same school at Fort Meade, Maryland, that I trained at, and it's a sports project, and that should be starting tomorrow. I'll work through the weekend on that with recruits for Division I colleges, and yeah, so I'll be doing that, interviewing some football players that got recruited to D1 colleges, and possibly doing some video editing, filming, putting some videos together for that with that production team with a fellow veteran. So see, I got my Folds of Honor hat here today, and I also have an interview with a Marine Corps Sergeant Major coming up that I found on TikTok. Everybody loves him on well, not everybody. A lot of people that love freedom love this guy on TikTok. I saw him and I was like, man, this guy's badass. So I messaged him and he was like, yeah, I'd love to do an interview with you. Post office closed. Is it? Is it closed today? That'd be hilarious. Is today a holiday? Today's Friday. Okay, this. All right, can you still see with it like this? Let me know if you can see with it like this. Yeah, it's sideways, but I'm gonna have to put this in my pocket because I have I have to unload some boxes. So let's go see if they're actually open. Let's do that first before we pack all this up. We got some got an army vet here with his mask on. Got some street theater going on. Yep. All right. Sorry, the video's sideways. Let's see here. Can you guys see this? All right, so there's all my, what all of you purchased. Boxes of DVDs, hats, tools. All right. All right. Okay. These go to UPS. So how much do you guys think people get paid to lurk in a parking lot? How much is the amount for the gift card they receive? What would be a good guess? That one's UPS. UPS. Yes. Oh, that one's post office. All right. Nice truck. Did you buy that at the police auction? Did you buy that truck at the police auction?
No, I bought it from a friend of mine that did.
Whoa. Box down.
Sure shakes up some people on the highway though.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You're probably an FBI agent now. Like Infraguard? Probably work for Infraguard, huh? You know who they are?
No.
No? No?
No, that's the janitor.
Oh, okay. Well, janitors work for Infraguard too. Lots of people do. Hey guys, I have about 200 boxes. I'll just bring them over to the door over here, okay? A couple hundred. All right. Thank you, man. All right, let's see. Can you guys see okay? So here's load 2. Still got those to go. Reality TV finest, right? if you guys didn't see what I was talking about, this guy's car is like a police cruiser. It's got the lights on it, push bar on the front. That's why I asked him, hey, did you buy that at the police auction? Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're paying attention. Appreciate that. Let's see. All right, I've got a bunch more of these, so I'll be right back. Well, that was nice of her. She even wrote UPS on it. Yeah, UPS ground right there, the label I made. All right. Okay, that's UPS, that's UPS. Here comes the guy in a Jag going the wrong direction, aiming his phone at me. You know, when you're Stasi, you gotta make sure you surveil everyone. That's UPS. Okay, we're gonna have to come back with those. Oh, here, hold on. Got to get some footage for my TikTok video. I'm gonna have to edit this later. Oh, here comes the police department. All right, Avondale PD just pulled up. So they do watch my live stream. All right, just trying to conduct business legally. Alright, and that's it. Tell I have a sale going on?
Yeah, we're looking at it. I'm like, he's busy. All sorts of random things now.
People like to buy stuff when they're 75% off. I figured that out. Figured that works. Thank you. All right, appreciate it. You guys have a good day. What's the police officer here for? Everybody okay?
Where?
The guy that just walked in, he was standing right here at the, there's another one. So I peacefully exercise my constitutional rights. Which is the First Amendment. There are, let's see, I can't go the wrong way in the, there are currently 3 police officers pulled into the parking lot here, and it looks like they're just having a meeting. They're probably trying to figure out what to do. So make sure you guys screen record this to say thank you Avondale PD for allowing me to exercise my constitutional rights, my First Amendment. Unless I'm about to get pulled over. Nope, that guy's going that way. Okay, so far we're good. So far we're good. They did show up and make a presence. They did show up and make a presence. 3 of them parked in the parking lot. They're cruisers. One of them went into the front office there and just stood there. And I just looked at him when I walked in, delivered my packages, went out and got the rest of them, delivered the rest. Now I'm driving home. So that does tell me something. Somebody either called the police department and reported that I was going to be there. Somebody didn't like the title of my video. The police department surveils me and followed me to the post office. Or somebody at the post office called the police because they showed up right as I was unloading all my packages. 3 police cruisers. Now I'm not home yet. I don't want to jinx, I almost said I don't want to jinx myself, but I don't want to jinx them because this is a test for them. I lost all fear a long time ago. This is a test to see who is going to follow constitutional laws and human rights that we have. And here's another hearse. Okay, so what are the odds of seeing 2 hearses in a 3-block drive? Can you guys, I mean, who's good at math? Who's good at doing statistics? Who's good at doing statistics? If I drive 3 blocks from my house to the post office and I see a funeral procession that starts right as I leave my house, right at the corner, as soon as I get to the corner, boom, they fire up the lights. Hearse drives right in front of me, and then on my way home, there's another hearse. What are the odds of that? Alright, so like I said, I'm not home yet, but I'm going to go ahead and call that a win for the Avondale Police Department. Kind of a half a win, because they did get called. Well, let's see. They either are still, they're still surveilling. They surveil me. They're terrified that I'm going to be able to go back in court, file an appeal, get those body camera videos, the exculpatory evidence that they kept from me, and I'm going to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that they took part in setting me up. And they really don't want that. They don't want the department to get sued. Which, you know what? I wouldn't even sue the department. I wouldn't even sue the department. Some federal agency told them I'm a terrorist or something like that, but I mean, we all know now that if you basically do anything to take the boot off of your neck, they call you a domestic terrorist. A bunch of people on Reddit invested in GameStop, and they all got called domestic terrorists. So it's kind of like when people use the word racist or whatever word that they're playing out, it loses its meaning. So anyway, well, yeah, we'll call that kind of a half win, maybe, for the Avondale Police Department. They did show up, they made their presence. Right when I was there, what are the odds? 3 cruisers pull up in the parking lot. But they didn't arrest me for exercising my First Amendment rights, my constitutional rights, which you don't lose even if you're a felon. You always have the right to free speech, and part of that is filming for posterity. This is me doing journalism. This is me documenting and reporting events in my life for posterity, and possibly for evidence in an upcoming trial. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I was allowed to conduct business. I didn't wear a mask. Nobody told me to wear a mask. They just made their presence and tried to intimidate me, and used some of the live action role players that were kind of lurking in the parking lot. And they had the guy pull up with the police cruiser and go through the motions, you know, play their little mind games, their little psyop games. So the only thing that was constitutional rights that were violated there was U.S. Code 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law, because they're systematically running a psyop on me and a lot of other people. Got a tracking device on your phone. Some people have them implanted in their body. And you're followed through town. It's organized stalking and harassment. There was a memorandum put out by the White House January 1st, 2021. It's saying that stalking and harassment is a crime, and that the penalty is going to 10 to 15 years in prison. And that didn't get put out just for fun. Okay, but we're making progress, though. We're making progress. At least I was allowed to conduct business and go through. Oh, hey, Sergeant Major just texted me back. Right on. So, just got a text from former Sergeant Major in Marine Corps, and him and I are going to be doing an interview soon. He just texted me back and said, yeah, anytime. Let's do this interview. Okay. You right back, Willie? All right. All right. Next adventure is let's go into UPS. Looks like we have a line of people standing out in front of the UPS store, all standing 6 feet apart. Let's see here. Use the dolly for this. All right, so the post office passed. Police department kind of passed. Let's see how UPS does. All right, so I'm gonna have to wait in this line, and then they're probably gonna tell me you can't come in without a mask. We'll see. They're only letting a certain amount of people in at once?
Yep.
Well, that makes perfect sense. I was being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. What's that? Yeah, I was saying it just doesn't make any sense if you do any actual research and not listen to the mainstream media that lies to us constantly. Yep, you guys got the Illuminati shirt on. Sitting up there flying monkeys. You know, I haven't worn a mask one time since this entire thing started.
Haven't?
Not once.
Do they let you in?
They have to. They have. It's a federal. They're violating a federal law to not let somebody conduct business for a mandate that's not a law. That's not a law. It's for fear. It's for fear. So, yeah, actually, I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel right now, and I have an interview with an industrial hygienist who actually creates the guidelines for doctors for usage of masks. I worked with her field in the Air Force, called bioenvironmental engineering. So she's an industrial hygienist. And during our interview, I already knew this because I know about masks and breathing apparatus, but that mask right there stops a size 3 particulate micron size and larger, which is like bacteria, smoke, different things like that. And a virus, which they're saying is this big deal, which is just the flu, because the flu disappeared this year, is a size 0.125 to size 0.3. So if you look at a virus and that mask together, the hole in the mask is about that big, and the virus is just this tiny little dot. So it just goes right through it. So it has nothing to do with your safety or a virus. They don't want us having this conversation right now. They don't want people talking and sharing true information. They want you to listen to the news and just go along with that, because we're easier to control, right? If we're dumb and we don't share information with each other.
So they can tell you whatever they want us to do.
Exactly, yeah. They want people to be fighting different religions against each other, different ethnicities, you know, white, black, Mexican, everybody fighting. Political parties, the left and the right. If everybody's busy arguing with each other, then Yeah.
Yeah, they want to keep everybody busy, so they do their stuff.
That's exactly what it is.
Side.
Keep everybody busy and distracted, like a magic trick. Look at what's going on over here,
Yeah.
and then, yep. So,
How do you call it? The smoke? Smoke what? Carton? Smoke?
smoke carcinogens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what that would stop. That mask. But here in Arizona, the smog is bad. LA, New York, smog's pretty bad, but still wearing a mask doesn't allow you to get enough oxygen in for your brain to function properly, get good circulation in your blood. So it's actually hurting people more than helping, yeah. And people locked in their houses and losing their jobs, the suicide rate skyrockets, depression, homelessness. None of that makes it to the news. Just wear a mask, be scared, be scared.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm tired of it. We're
They say that the alcohol, what do you say? So people drinking a lot more alcohol
exactly, yeah.
in this pandemic.
Well, and they closed down all the churches. Nobody can go to church, but you can go to a liquor store
Yeah.
or a strip club. And I think anybody should go wherever they want. I'm not against one or the other.
I know.
People should. We're adults. We're supposed to be
Yeah.
free.
So many things that they don't make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
You
If
go to a restaurant, but you have to wear your mask to go in.
to walk to the seat.
Once you're sitting down,
Yes.
take it off.
Yes.
And you talk to the waiters. Hey, I want to order this, I want to order that, without the mask.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like to meet people like you that use your brain. A lot of people don't. They just say, "Well, they told us to do it. We better do what they say." So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense in Los Angeles. So after all the election and everything, the governor of California decided that it's okay to open up the restaurants in Los Angeles now, but they can't turn on their TV. So apparently, if you have the TV on it, you get coronavirus. It doesn't make any sense. They just don't want people to learn new information, and they're trying to close down the small businesses, so only the huge corporations can survive. Walmart, Target, Home Depot, all the places that they buy 80% of their products from China, right? So that's who's in control of some certain people, and China. And they want to take us. They want us to be like China. They want us to be like China.
Yeah, everything closed and Home Depot now. Walmart now.
Yeah, yeah.
400 people in the store.
Exactly. But the taqueria down the street, or a small mom and pop business, they only, or this right now. This is UPS. They're a big corporation, but yeah, small businesses that are locally owned.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, exactly. Closed.
Nails. The nails right here.
Did the nail place close?
No, they're still open.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, they're struggling. People that don't want to wear a mask won't go in and spend their money, or they're afraid. And yeah, small businesses are going out of business one after another. And it's perfect for the corporations because they cut out all the competition. And that's why
everybody is expecting the house market crash. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, because people they can't afford their rent. There's a moratorium on rent until the end of March 31st. But if you can't pay your rent between that time, you still owe it all at the same time. So yeah, people are going homeless, can't get any help, and yeah, all the corporations are going to buy up a bunch of the homes that foreclose because they can't pay the mortgage, or the people that are paying the rent, so the homeowner that rents it out can't pay the mortgage, and then they just swoop it all up, and then the United States won't be the same anymore. People come here from all over the world to live in the United States because we're supposed to be free, and now it's the last place. So I appreciate you listening to me, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. So we need to stand up.
So many things that we don't even understand.
I unfortunately understand a lot of it. I do interviews on radio talk shows with former FBI, CIA, NSA that tell the secrets. That we talk about things that I get death threats all the time. So, but I talk about it a lot, and I have millions of views online and, you know, on these radio talk shows. But, you know, somebody's got to do it, right? We don't want our kids or our grandkids to grow up in communist China and have the Chinese sticking anal probes to check for coronavirus. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
The new test?
Yeah.
What's that about? It's about violating your freedom. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't worn a mask once, not one time. I've been kicked out of 2 places. They said they were going to call the police, but even if they call the police, not here in Arizona at least, there's certain people that have been arrested for not wearing a mask, but it's a mandate, not a law. And if you know your rights, you just say no. And it's a federal crime, literally, to not let you conduct business. Let's see, I think, can we go in? Let's see, 1, 2.
Just waiting.
Yeah. We'll give her some space. Make her feel better. Yeah, for somebody, like if these guys kick me out of here and not let me ship my packages, they're committing a crime by not letting me conduct business.
Coming through.
I'm gonna head in too. We've got 5 people, right? These are already all labeled. I'll just set them over here, okay? All right. All right. If it's possible, can I get a receipt, please? Oh man, you should have seen the delivery at the post office. It's been busy this week. I tried to give them that one on accident, and they're paying attention, thankfully.
Thank you.
How's your day going?
It's almost over. It's going really well.
Oh, good. Right on. Is it Miller time?
Ah, that's good. And there's your receipt.
Thank you. All right. Have a good day. Good talking to you, buddy. Have a good day. Okay. All right, sorry about the sideways video there, everybody. But there's not really an option on this thing to film portrait as opposed to landscape. So I just have to do that. All right. Thank you all for going with me. I'm gonna head home and I'm going to answer some of your questions. Actually, maybe let's do that right now. Let's do that. Not keep you guys waiting. So, okay, so that's how I conduct myself anytime I go out in public and I'm getting put through these ridiculous, arbitrary mandates, regulations, the social engineering type stuff that we're being put through. I politely refused. Nobody said anything to me in there. They didn't say, "Hey, where's your mask?" or "You got to get out," or whatever. But I did have to stand in line outside of the store and wait in line. But I took advantage of the situation and helped share some information with a guy that I'd never met before. And it sounded like he was paying attention, but he's, you know, going through the motions like a lot of these people that are. And doesn't sound like he likes, you know, what's going on, but hey, he's willing to do it. So I mean, that's really all we can do right now is help educate each other. And I highly suggest that you try the same thing. Talk to people you've never if it's not something you normally do. I've done that my whole life. I talk to everybody. Just always been a friendly person. Hey, how you doing? What's going on today? you know? And a lot of times people they're surprised that a stranger is going to start a conversation with them, and then once you kind of break that barrier, then they're like, wow, hey, this guy's all right. And then you start in this conversation, and then you have more in common with that person than you would realize, or that they would realize. Everybody's afraid of each other. Different ethnicities are all, they all think that each other's racist. Different political parties think that everybody hates each other. Different religions. And that's not usually the case. People just want to live life and be left the fuck alone. Period. Most people. There are some people that are really motivated to change people to their way of thinking. A lot of times that's not organic, though. It's a paid agenda. There are huge organizations, and I'm not talking about just corporations, but that the ones that own the corporations, the ones that infiltrated the churches, that infiltrated our government, find covert ways to pay live action role players to push their agenda. So when you're speaking with them, that's not an organic conversation, and they're going to project the false narrative that they're being paid or compensated to project. They'll be racist, they'll be homophobic, they'll be just an agitator, they'll push to gaslight you. And those people, yeah, I can tell immediately who's doing what. And there's more than a lot of people would realize. So speaking of, here's one right here. So funny how people leave out the part that the guy with the gun followed me to my house. I got on video the guy pulling a gun out of his window, and he followed me to my house and then chased me through the neighborhood. So, and that's the type of thing that the instigators will do. You're talking about something positive, talking about unity and joining together, not being divided by ethnicity, by religion, by political party, and they just want to just keep pushing and push something negative. And I'm sorry that you feel like you need to do that. Enjoy your gift card or your new roof, or however you get compensated. The Stasi in Germany were ended, and this will be eventually too. This isn't going to last forever. And yeah, the White House put out a memorandum about it recently, and oh, this friendly person here, Henry Spencer. I gave the police in Avondale an update about where Michael Barden is. Well, good for you. Good job, Karen. Good job. Good job. So, you know what? Maybe I don't know if this person actually did that, but somebody most likely called. They probably called the police and said, "You've got a dangerous person showing up to the post office. Look at the title of his video. Going postal. I'm going to the postal office." And then the police are called, kind of like getting swatted, right? And then they respond, and then they see that I'm not bothering anybody. I'm just dropping off packages for my business and trying to make a living. But yeah, people want to be domestic terrorists and try to impede the progress of somebody's livelihood. One, because they're getting paid, or two, because they're just an asshole. They've got nothing better to do. but I really do believe that a lot of people are getting compensated for doing this kind of stuff. So, you know what? I still have faith in some of you perps. I still have faith in some of you guys. And I hope that you can find something creative to do. Like start a business. Oh, here comes Avondale PD. Right there. Start a business. Just think of something creative. Do something positive. Help somebody. The feeling that you'll get is so much better than what you're doing. Right now, the feeling of power and control that you get a rush from that. But that is complete. The rush from helping somebody, doing something positive for somebody, is 100 times what you feel when you're doing this to somebody. Just try it. Just try it. Try to do something positive for somebody. So. Oh, man. So. Yep, so there we have it. I didn't say anything violent. I didn't make any threats. I didn't break any laws. But yet, I have street theater going on. Got hearses passing in front of me, to and from my destination. 3 police cruisers show up at the post office. Police officer gets out and comes in and stands guard basically at the door while I'm doing my thing, and I ignored him. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's there to drop off a package or something, but I don't know. When he was standing there, he looked at me rolling all my packages in. I didn't say a word to him, just kept doing my thing, pretended like he wasn't there, and if he didn't already know, he was probably like, what asshole called us about this guy? This guy's got a business, dropping off items at the post office. Keep him busy, being productive. I'm out of here. Then he walked back to his truck, had a conversation with his buddies. One of them took off, and yeah, and that's it. So if somebody did call, just to let you know, all phone calls are recorded. All of our data is recorded. The NSA has everything. So let's just say that the white hats that care about our Constitution and people's rights are keeping track of who's swatting people, who's calling the police on people for no reason, and keeping track of if somebody called you to make sure that you make that call. Then it becomes organized. So it'd be like a racketeering law, Rico. I don't know if you're familiar with the Rico. R-I-C-O, all capital letters. Look that up. Okay, well, as of now, everything's fine. Living the American dream. Had some intimidation and some street theater, some little bit of mobbing, not as bad as it used to be. But all in all, ended up fine. Just go ahead and say thank you to the Avondale PD for not violating my constitutional rights. I'm not a grudge holder. I appreciate guys allowing me to conduct business. And if you didn't get called, then shame on you for tracking me and following me to where I was going. Seen a lot of you lately. If you did get called, then I'm sorry that you have to put up with these people that are basically swatting people. And yeah, I like to stay objective. I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-constitutional peace officer. Constitutional police officers are great. State enforcement agents that take part in Stasi-type federal programs that were inserted when watch listing guidance got updated in 2013, you guys are oath breakers. You guys did stomp all over the Constitution and people's rights. So I always thank the constitutional peace officers. The sheriff in Florida, I just followed his TikTok channel last night. He started a TikTok channel. Polk County, that guy's awesome. I asked him if he would move here to Maricopa County and replace Paul Penzone, who got elected with the help of millions and millions of dollars from George Soros to get rid of Joe Arpaio. Sent him a message. Can you move to Maricopa County? We'd love to have you here. I would. I would. So, yeah. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go in here. Oh, got the neighbor doing laps. Left at the exact same time I did. Got home at the exact same time I did. Just a coinkydink. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna check some of you guys' comments, and then I'm gonna have lunch if I can get in my damn house. So again, I wanted to thank all of you that are here. Hey! That was interesting. Yep. Oh, okay. All right. Gotta back my truck in. And then I'm gonna sit down and answer y'all's questions. Respond to your comments. I don't have a garage door opener anymore. And my garage door kept getting opened remotely without me doing it or my permission, so got rid of that. So if my garage door opens, then it's not me. There's proof of that, so. These guys used to sit out when I still had my 4Runner, and I had the little key fob that would lock and unlock the doors. I'd be sitting on my front patio, and they'd just sit there and push the button to lock and unlock the doors on my car while my keys are sitting next to me. It was great fun. All right. Hello. Think I wasn't gonna make it back? When I was like, oh, here come the police. Seems like there's a lot of trolls in the live stream, or just a few. Have you been checking the comments on the live stream?
Yeah.
Let's see. What were there quite a bit, or? Few, yeah. People that said they called the cops on me. Oh, Perps R Us or whatever their name was. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm looking for parts to my tripod here and not finding them. So, all right. Well, if you're checking in late here, this live stream, this was basically we'll call it a social experiment. And I'd say it was about 75% positive. I was allowed to conduct business. I was allowed to exercise my First Amendment right. And I've made it home. So, I mean, who knows? We'll see if we get a knock on the door later. But either way, I'll be ready to film. I always am, no matter what happens. Yeah, let's see here. Let's check some of these. I'm just trying to process all of that. Let's see. Right, and if you missed what I was saying earlier, I've got an interview with a Marine Corps Sergeant Major coming up here, probably early in the week. That should be an interesting one. He was a drill instructor. He worked in like some intel. Tori Bolden, how you doing, buddy? Oh, you would like me to be a guest speaker? If you're still here, Tori, I'd definitely do that. We've known each other through social media for a long time. Yeah, I'd do that. We can talk about whatever. Even if we disagree on a few things, we can just talk it out. You know, like adults do. So, oh yeah, anyway, I'd like to thank the post office for just not playing any street theater skits on me, not doing what they've done for the past 3 years, not harassing me about wearing a mask that I've proven beyond the shadow of a doubt does absolutely nothing. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not going to hold grudges for what they've done in the past, and I'm going to thank them for maybe rethinking things or stopping the kind of behavior that they took part in to try to drive me crazy. And even spotting that I tried to drop a UPS package off at the post office and saying, oh, hey, this one's UPS, instead of just throwing it in the pile. Would have been a pain in the ass, would have had to go back and get it. She even wrote UPS on it for me. So thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to screen record some of the live for my TikTok video. That's fine. I'm trained to do that. Somebody said ask them if they want donuts. Okay, you guys are not gonna believe this. Firefighters actually, I think, eat more donuts than cops. That's one of those misconceptions. That's my personal experience, what I've seen. I saw more donuts at the fire station than any place I've ever seen before in my life. So, I don't know. Yeah, that would be kind of funny if the cop has a sense of humor, but he might take it as like a challenge or something like that. And I'm not trying to start anything with these guys. I just want to be treated fairly. and I want the truth to come out about what happened. Yeah, somebody said can't make this up. Somebody said can't make this up, fire department theater. Yeah, imagine that. No fire department right there. Yet right around the corner, boom, fire truck. Got a funeral procession, fire engines, lots of cops. I mean, is that what our tax money is going to run around and play Truman Show? Come on. Come on. Just going through your comments here. Sorry, the camera's a little shaky. Okay, so we have some other folks. Caressa Mareko 1111 says, "Oh my God, yes, fire department theater always. I experience." So I don't know if I've explained to you guys my theory about how why the fire department takes part in organized stalking and harassment. So they're federal Department of Homeland Security, possibly FBI, federal programs that the local departments are given federal dollars for training exercises. And when they are running the street theater, they can chalk that up as training, and it's like real life, real time training. And then they get those federal dollars. So what needs to happen is they need to, if they're going to get federal money, they need to just get money to do their job, to go to auto extrications, to medical aid, fires, police responding to crimes, not following people around and playing street theater skits along with the FBI InfraGard and other compartmentalized groups to play out the Truman Show. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing as a country that we're doing this. Yep, and there's Henry Spencer says, "I called the cops." If he's saying that, probably isn't the one that called him. Somebody said, "The police are stalking you." Somebody says, "Police are perps. They are not your friend. They are all Masons." Yeah, I actually, so I have confirmation of one of them. I don't know if he works there anymore. His name was Matt O'Halloran, and I tried to study the Freemasons. And when I study something, I don't always just get a book. I go straight to the source. So I went over to the Masonic Lodge over here in Avondale. I called up the guy, it's called the Worshipful Master, and I said, "Hey, I'd like to come check out the Masons." And he was like, "Come on down, we meet on Tuesday." So I started going down there and meeting with the guys, and I asked a bunch of questions, and got some weird behavior going on over there. And the guy that was the Worshipful Master at the Acacia Lodge, Lodge 42 here in Avondale, Arizona, was a police officer here with the Avondale Police Department. And so the Worshipful Master at a Freemasons lodge was an Avondale police officer. And the guys at the lodge, I've already told this story before in my other videos, but the guys at the lodge, a couple of the older guys, I was sitting there talking to them, asking them questions, trying to figure out if I want to join this thing or not. And they were like, "Hey, do you know that Matt there is the lead homicide detective?" And I was like, "Huh. That's interesting. Must be an interesting job. Cool." And then no less than a week or two later, I saw that guy, Matt O'Halloran, pulling security guard duty over at Main Event Pizza Restaurant when I took my daughter and her friends to for her birthday. And now, I'm not a rocket surgeon, but it seems kind of weird that the worshipful master of a Freemason lodge, that is also the lead homicide detective for a police department, would be pulling security duty at a pizza place. Oh, are you following me? Just kidding. Taking off?
No, I'll be right back.
Okay. Henry Spencer, he's a real nice guy. Henry, I'm sure that's your real name. I hope you have an awesome day. They're probably not here anymore. Tori Bolden, check your message later. Okay, on here on TikTok, or where did you, if you're still here, where did you message me? Somebody said, telepathy, said, making the dollars today. You know what? It kind of looked like it. I'm glad you brought that up. But since I put everything 75% off on my store, stuff was selling for $2 to like $5. So I packed up hundreds of items. And there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is I paid all of my bills except for one for this month. The bad news is the one that, oh, okay, Tori, just got your message. The bad news is the one bill that I didn't pay is the rent. So about $1,000 short on that. So if anybody wants to go to the store, Hats Around the World, get some cheap items. Actually, this one's still for sale. I was going through the stuff earlier and I was like, I like that hat. That, and I was wondering if I was going to get shot or something today. And I was like, well, at least I'll have a folded flag on my head, you know. But it all went well. And like I said, thanks to Avondale PD for respecting my constitutional rights this time. I'm not one of the people that says ACAB, ACAB. That's an acronym for all cops are bad. I'm not one of the people that say that. I say scab, some cops are bad. And I still appreciate constitutional peace officers. Defunding the police would be probably one of the dumbest things that we could do as a country. But changing some of the federal guidelines that they adhere to need to change. Or if they're doing secret society stuff, that needs to stop. Avalon Mist says, Michael, we all need to educate the masses about slavery. Absolutely, because people have this this skewed perception of what slavery is and who have been slaves. Every ethnicity has been enslaved at one point in history. Everyone. The Irish were slaves when they came over here to the United States. The Jews were enslaved by Egyptians. Blacks were enslaved here in the United States by plantation owners, which the larger tribes in Africa actually stole them, put them in cages, and sold them to people in the United States. Some Spanish, some from Spain. So yeah, every ethnicity has been enslaved at some point in time. And I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this, but the IRS was created 1 year after the Civil War started. So it kind of seems to me like the elite realized that or knew, because they funded both sides of the war, that black people would be freed from slavery. And they were like, let's find a way to financially enslave everyone, regardless of ethnicity, So they started the IRS, which is a corporation based out of London, England. Headquarters are in London, England, along with the Federal Reserve. And that's part of the slavery. Stock market being rigged, the Federal Reserve, fiat currency, inflation, weaponized medical systems that profit from people being sick instead of healing people. It goes on and on and on. It's a big old club. All right, still scrolling through you guys' messages here. Lucky Indasky says they ordered 1,000 of my hats and then canceled the order. That is, you know, it's funny you say that because that does sound like something, one of the ways that I'm harassed in my store. That's exactly one of the things that would be done. So it's funny how you were so on the money with that. So again, sorry for the sideways video earlier. I want to record, but I also don't want to just hold a camera in people's faces and yeah, just be tactful. Randall Cochran says it's probably a bot these days. I think there's a lot of bots, a lot of AI bots that just agitate and try to cause division. You're potentially spreading a virus, blah, blah, blah. Get the flu. The flu has been eradicated this year. COVID-19 is a scam. And mask does not work. All you have to do is wear a mask. Yep, and then all you have to do is get an anal swab, and then all you have to do is get your temperature taken, so they could be like, "Oh, you have a high temperature. We need to give you a vaccine." Yeah. So this person's just. If you really do believe that, then I feel sorry for you. That you either refuse to take enough time to do a little bit of research. All you have to do is watch one of my 40-minute videos. It'll prove to you beyond the shadow of a doubt that wearing that mask or not wearing that mask does the exact same thing. Nothing. But it's spit particles. I'm not spitting on anybody. Nobody should be spitting on me. Yeah, and this whole thing's... All right, I'm back. Do I wear hats because I'm bald? One, I like hats, but yes, I'm bald. I'm bald. If I were to grow my hair out, I'd look like George and Wheezy. Moving on up. So, yep. I am bald. Here, you want to see? At least I got a nice shaped head. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take off. Thanks for being here. It looks like there's still 58 people here. I appreciate you going with me, being part of my on-the-street journalism. Brother Chan said, too much stress, man. I've had a little bit more stress than the average person in my life. So, but, you know, whatever. Everything happens for a reason. I don't need hair. It just saves me a trip to the barbershop. I don't go to the barbershop anymore. Just shave it. So there's a positive side to everything. I don't know about that. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Thanks for being here. I'm checking out. Talk to you soon.